Hello everyone and welcome to this Pokémon Video Game Championship exhibition match. I am Basler here to bring you all of today's action. We have a great matchup between two trainers who have developed a bit of a rivalry over the course of the past year plus, Zero and Steven. These two have been continuously on top of all of the trainers in the Ion Game Corner organized play events. It all started when they met in the very first Ion Cup finals, and it has been quite the rivalry brewing ever since. Both trainers look like they're ready to go, so let's get this battle underway. You see Steven there getting ready to start with his first two Pokemon. He sends out Mienshao and Manectric. Zero will counter with Mawile and Salamence. Mawile and Manectric both have gained more popularity with the new generation as they have gained Mega Evolutions. Interesting is you get the double Intimidate with Mawile and Salamence. It's really going to do a number on the attack of the opponent. Good thing for Manectric though is he's special, but Steven switches him out anyways. Obviously didn't like the matchup there. Steven sends in Rotom, and it's Rotom, which doesn't really see as much play as some of its other counterparts. Zero also switching his Mawile out for Ferrothorn. Mienshao stays in despite the lowered attack to hit the fake out. Salamence is not going to be able to do anything this turn. Now Rotom is going to protect, so he's not going to take anything here. Ferrothorn now protecting as well. Both guys starting off a bit defensive here. Salamence goes for the Fire Blast, but Rotom protected. And Mienshao with the high jump kick, but Ferrothorn's protect causes it to crash, taking a boatload of damage there. Steven now pulls back Mienshao and sends out Garchomp. Rotom tried to protect again, but 2 times in a row, very hard to get. Salamance's Fire Blast missed though. Both trainers now really jockeying for position. It's been a very slow start to this. Mawile now out to replace Salamence and Intimidate again. That's going to hurt the Garchomp, who really relies on its strong attack. Garchomp now going for the Earthquake. Doesn't hit the Rotom, who levitates, but does connect with both of Zero's Pokemon. Super effective on the Mawile, and he's taken heavy damage already. Rotom follows it up with a Will-O-Wisp. The burn is going to cut Mawile's attack drastically. Now Ferrothorn uses Gyro Ball, which does a decent amount of damage to Garchomp, but Garchomp's rough skin hurts the Ferrothorn in return. Mawile, hurt by the burn, is really down into critical health right now. Although Zero's opting not to take it out here. Mawile Mega Evolving here, as we expected it early on. Garchomp going for Rock Slide. I think Steven probably expected Zero to switch into his Salamence. Oh, and now Rotom is burning the Ferrothorn. Both Pokemon burn, but no, Ferrothorn has a Lumberry, which is going to instantly heal the burn. Mawile fires onto the Rotom with Play Rough. Not much damage. You know, Rotom is a very defensive Pokemon, and Mawile's burn just complicated matters there. Mawile succumbs to the burn and goes down. Salamence now back onto the field, and another Intimidate. Garchomp really hurting now in its attack. Garchomp going to protect, obviously expecting a Dragon-type attack from Salamence. And Rotom protecting as well. Steven using Protect with both of his Pokemon. Not something you see very often. Ferrothorn protecting as well. This is a very defensive turn. And Salamence's attack obviously does nothing to the Protect. Steven calls back Rotom and is replacing it with Mienshao. A little under half hit points here. Salamence now throwing a Fire Blast out, and it got Mienshao, and it was enough to take it down. Garchomp now firing with a Dragon Claw on Salamence. Heavy damage on the super effective attack, but not quite enough with those Intimidates to take it down. Ferrothorn with the Gyro Ball, and it is going to be enough to take out Garchomp. That is a big swing of momentum for Zero. Steven now down to both of his final Pokemon, Rotom and Manectric. Probably going to expect a Mega Evolution of Manectric here, and Salamence is being called back. You gotta think Zero was expecting an Ice-type hidden power attack there, and switched into the Water Rotom. A very smart switch on his part. There's the Mega Evolution of Manectric. Let's see what Steven has in store. And Manectric now with the Intimidate that it gets when it Mega Evolves. Both attacks fall. Not really going to do much to the special attacking Rotom. There's that hidden power we were looking for, and not very effective on the water-type Rotom. Steven's Rotom now finally gets the burn on Ferrothorn on the second attempt, and the Leech Seed does not connect with Manectric. Ferrothorn now in yellow health. Steven's going to protect with Manectric this turn, and Zero counters with a Protect of his own on Ferrothorn. Rotom now going with the Leaf Storm. This is going to be super effective. And it is a big, heavy hit on Rotom. Not quite enough to take it down. Rotom now restoring some health with the Citrus Berry. And the Hydro Pump misses the protecting Manectric. Both trainers now. Really, we're getting to the nitty-gritty in this one. Volt Switch from Manectric is enough to finish off the Wash Rotom for 0. And the Will-O-Wisp does nothing now with the fact that Ferrothorn is already burned. Not much damage there for the Power Whip, but Ferrothorn's weakened attack due to the burn. And out comes Salamence now. This Intimidate really won't help any. Alright, here we go. Manectric protecting again. Interesting is it didn't go for the hidden power right there, and that must have been why he thought that something heavy was coming. The Draco Meteor misses, and now another burn dished out from the Rotom. This power was hitting Rotom, but really the damage was negligible there. Salamence is hurt by the burn, and so is Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn really down to its last legs here. Salamence goes for the Draco Meteor, and it is going to connect on the Manectric. How much damage is it going to do? Obviously enough to finish it off. A big hit there, and now it is 2-on-1. But the question is, can Zero survive these two burns? Rotom hits the Volt Switch, not quite enough to finish off Salamence, but it's going to be close enough as Ferrothorn can't finish off the Rotom, but the burns will take care of both of Zero's remaining Pokemon, and just like that, Steven has pulled out the victory. It didn't look good there for a little while for Steven, especially when he was down to his final 2, but he was able to make a comeback, and really, what a great finish to that one. Usually you don't see too many Rotoms, but in this case, Steven's Rotom really carried the day, inflicting a lot of burn damage, and ultimately was the one to finish off both of Zero's final 2 Pokemon. So, what a great matchup we had. We hope that you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time on Pokemon Video Game Championships.